Vrindavanam Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Vakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumartho Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamidam Tatra Dharana Paraha Anarpita Charim Shirat Karunayavatirna Kalau Samarpayitum Unnatojvalarasam Swabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundara Dyuti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratu Vashati Nandanaha Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. So we thank the devotees, especially Narayani Kripamai Mataji. Thank you so much for this opportunity to, speak on this very, very auspicious day of Sri Gaura Purnima. Wishing everyone a very, very happy Sri Gaura Purnima. This is the 40th, 540 Gaurabdha. We are in the 540 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. We're very, very fortunate. And I have been told by Mataji to speak on the Madhya Lila pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So I will try to speak from the Madhya Lila. So Madhya Lila again is a vast range, but we'll try to see whatever we can cover in today's session. So all of you can see my screen? Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. So we know that for 20 years, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he remained at home in Nadia. And whatever pastimes Mahaprabhu performed during that time are all there in the Adi Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And at the end of the 24th year, in the month of the Magha month, and of course, all of this is recorded by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that he has so profoundly recorded. And we are very fortunate today that we have a lunar eclipse. Here in the US also, we have lunar eclipse, and I believe in India also it is coming up. So we have the blood moon, and this is exactly 540 years ago. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared around this same time. So, during the uh, Falgun month of, February, March is the time of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. So this is something very, very special. And it is said that in the 24th year of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, in the month of Magha, during that time, Lord Chaitanya, he actually accepted the renounced order of life, the sannyas order. So that from the sannyas, the sannyas is the last chapter that we see in the Adi Leela. And then from after sannyas, what Lord Chaitanya does in Jagannath Puri, the yatras that he takes in South India, he goes to Vrindavan, this, deliverance of Maharaj Pratap, Rudra, Rath Yatra celebrations, all of that is there in the Madhya Leela. And then, of course, in the Antya Lila, which is the final pastimes of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So here we see that how Lord Chaitanya, after he accepted sannyas, Lord Chaitanya remained, within this material world for another 24 years. Total of 48 years, Lord Chaitanya was present on this planet. And the Madhya Lila, in fact, starts with Lord Chaitanya, because Mahaprabhu was told by Mother Shachi that, my dear son, please don't go too far away. I cannot, bear your separation for if you're very far away. So therefore, Lord Chaitanya, he actually, to pacify his mother, so that he's close to his mother, he decided to make Sri Jagannath Puri as his headquarters. So the Madhya Lila actually starts with Lord Chaitanya starting his journey from Gaudadesh to Jagannath Puri. And on his way, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu visited different places. He was accompanied by Lord Nityananda and the other wonderful Vaishnavas, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And Mahaprabhu first arrived at this beautiful place. Um, of course, when Mahaprabhu was leaving from Nadia, that time, the people of Navadvip, they were heartbroken to see Lord Chaitanya go. But nonetheless, Lord Chaitanya left Gaudadesh and he came first to Remuna, this beautiful place called Remuna, where there's the temple of Sri Kshirachora Gopinath. And while hearing the glories of Srila Madhavendra Puri, Lord Chaitanya, he heard the glories of Madhavendra Puri from whom? He heard the pastime of how this Gopinath got the name of Khirchor from Lord Nityananda Prabhu himself. This is so beautiful that how Lord Nityananda told the pastime that, how Sri Gopinath, how Madhavendra Puri, when he came to this temple of Gopinath at Remuna, he saw that this very special kheer offering is, offered to Gopinath. And he had a desire that, oh, if I get a little taste of this kheer, then I can, make for my Gopal in Vrindavan. And immediately he said, oh, Krishna, Krishna, how could I be so, careless? The Lord has not even eaten, and I am desiring to eat before the Lord. So, like this, Nityananda Prabhu very dramatically, he narrated this pastime. And then, but Gopinath, he heard the beautiful desire of Madhavendra Puri, and he kept aside, he stole a pot of kheer and kept it aside for Madhavendra Puri. And in the night, Gopinath told the pujari that, please go and find Madhavendra Puri, and I have kept this, kheer for him. Go and give it to him. So, like this, this beautiful, let us all take this Kheer Prasad of Shri Shri Khirchor Gopinath, and let's take darshan of Shri Khirchor Gopinath, beautiful deity of Khirchor Gopinath. And Mahaprabhu took darshan of this deity, and then Mahaprabhu came to Bhuvaneshwar. He arrived at Bhuvaneshwar. Mahaprabhu took, he took bath at the Sarovar there. And then he took darshan of the Lingaraj temple in Bhuvaneshwar. Very beautiful temple in Bhuvaneshwar. Mahaprabhu took darshan. And then he also visited this Ananta Vasudev temple in Bhuvaneshwar. Is a very, very beautiful temple of Jagannath. Ananta means Lord Balaram. He has the serpent Ananta behind him. And there's Vasudev, Jagannath is called as Vasudev, and Shubhadra Devi is in the center. So the temple, as you can see, looks exactly like Jagannath Puri, but here, the Lord manifests in their four-handed form, not really like Jagannath Baladev Shubhadra, but more like they're more like Ananta and Vasudev, and with Lady Shubhadra in the center. So that's why this is called as the Ananta Vasudev temple in Bhuvaneshwar, just opposite Lingaraj temple, very, very beautiful temple here. And then after here, after taking darshan, Lord Chaitanya then came to the temple of Sakshi Gopal. And here again, Nityananda Prabhu very dramatically he started telling the pastime of these two brahmanas. How they went to Vrindavan. The elderly brahmana was so inspired to give his daughter, for the wonderful services that the young brahmana was giving. And, he promised his daughter's hand in marriage. And then the young brahmana said, well, why don't you promise in front of Gopal? Let him be the witness, let him be the sakshi. So the elderly Brahmana promised, yes, yes, I will give my daughter's hand to you. But then when both of them returned back to their village, the family pressure of the elderly Brahmana did not allow, the elderly Brahmana to give the daughter away to this young Brahmana because he was very poor. But then, the young Brahmana went back to Vrindavan and he told Gopal, Gopal, you gave witness, so come with me and give witness. The panchayat is saying that if you come and give your witness, then they'll get me married. It's not about, I really don't care about being married, but it's about your word. You have been the witness. So like this, Gopal said, but how can I go? Have you ever heard of a deity walking? And how can I come and give and talking and all this? So then, this brahmana said, if you can talk, you can walk also. Come with me. So like this, we know the pastime how Gopal came and gave witness, and then the young brahmana got married to the elder brahmana's daughter, and Gopal gave witness to the entire pastime. So it is said that when we come to take darshan of Lord Jagannath, we must take darshan of Sri Sakshi Gopal, so that our Jagannath darshan is going to be fulfilled. So this is the temple of Sri Sakshi Gopal. Here it is. This is Sakshi Gopal, how Mahaprabhu visited Sakshi Gopal. And this is the deity of Sri Sakshi Gopal, and Srimati Radharani is standing on, like she's looking at him literally on the side, not next to him, but she's on the side. A golden deity of Srimati Radharani is there. Very, very beautiful, life size deity of Sri Sakshi Gopal. So Mahaprabhu took darshan, of these beautiful deities. And then he came, he started walking towards Nilachal, towards Jagannath Puri. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in Madhya Lila in chapter 1, text 96, he says, পথে নানা লীল রস দেব দর্শন মাধবপুরীর কথা গোপাল স্থাপন. So this says that how he heard about the pastime of um, Sakshi Gopal. ক্ষীরচুরি কথা সাক্ষী গোপাল বিবরণ নিত্যানন্দ কইলা এই বিবরণ. So Nityananda Prabhu spoke these beautiful topics to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees. Then Mahaprabhu started walking towards Nilachal. And when Mahaprabhu was walking towards Jagannath Puri, he saw the Lord kept moving forward while offering full obeisances to the ground. It is explained by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So he was actually not just walking, but he was, offering his obeisances on the road while he was walking. He was when he was standing up, he looked up at the Nila chakra. It is said the temple's chakra and the flag. And Mahaprabhu, he chanted a particular verse. He said, प्रसादाग्रे निवसति पुरस्मेर विक्रविन्दो मामलोक्य स्मितसुवदनो बालगोपालमूर्ति. Which means, look, look, O devotees, on top of the temple, A smiling blue sapphire boy is gazing at me. He's moving his fingers and calling me toward him. Lord Chaitanya could see, this blue boy standing on top of the Nila Chakra of Jagannath Puri's temple and calling Lord Chaitanya towards him. So again and again, repeating this particular verse, Lord Chaitanya, kept going. And it is said that, when he was entering Jagannath temple, as you can see here, when Lord Chaitanya was entering, he was just reciting this particular phrase. Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavato Me. May Lord Jagannath be the constant object of my vision. So saying this, Mahaprabhu would, just he just came in front of Lord Jagannath. And as Lord Chaitanya stood in front of the Jagannath deities, he began to roar loudly. And it was like as if he was, booming of the ocean waves. It was like that, his loud roaring. And it is a very, very remarkable moment, which has been revealed to us by our Guru Vargas, which we will try to see that. Let us try to understand this divine meeting of the Lord who does not blink, that is Lord Jagannath, and the golden personality who does not stop dancing. The Lord who does not blink and the golden Lord who does not stop dancing. When these two lords came together, what happened? So it is explained that Lord Jagannath is Krishna himself. And Krishna manifested this form of Lord Jagannath, being completely astonished by the love of Srimati Radharani. Krishna became mesmerized that how can Srimati Radharani love him so much? He became Ashcharya, became so surprised, astonished that his eyes became big because of the love of Srimati Radharani. And who is Lord Gauranga? Lord Gauranga is also Krishna himself. But here, Krishna has taken on the supremely devotional mood and the molten gold complexion of Srimati Radharani. So, when Lord Jagannath saw Sri Gaurahari, Lord Jagannath felt that his dearmost consort, Sri Radha, has actually manifested in front of him. And when Gaura Sundara, when he saw Lord Jagannath, being completely absorbed in the mood of Srimati Radharani, he saw that Lord Jagannath is Krishna coming to meet him with his arms extended. Come, come, come to me, like that. So, this is how Lord Chaitanya and Lord Jagannath met with each other. So, thus, Lord Jagannath is manifesting as Krishna, being separated from Srimati Radharani. And Lord Gauranga is manifesting as Srimati Radharani, being separated from Krishna. And this is the moment of both of their sambhoga, means the reunion of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Jai Shri Jagannath Swami ki jai. Mahabhav Swarupini Srimati Radha Thakurani ki jai. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. So seeing Lord Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya, Sri Gaura Hari just, completely fainted in ecstasy, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was the head priest. He was there, and when he saw that the sannyasi had fallen in front of Lord Jagannath, he immediately came and, he came and just picked up Lord Chaitanya, and he took Lord Chaitanya through the medium of a tunnel. There's a secret tunnel passage from the Jagannath temple to the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That tunnel is there till today. So this is the tunnel at Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's home. And through this tunnel, Lord Chaitanya was brought from the temple, from the Garbhagriha of Jagannath temple, to the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And it is here that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, of course, then Lord Nityananda and the other associates, they came and revived Lord Chaitanya. And then for 7 days, Lord Chaitanya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had discussions on Vedanta Sutra. Lot of beautiful esoteric subject matters were discussed. And after that, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Mahaprabhu directly told him, your interpretations are completely wrong, Sarvabhauma. And then the famous Atmarama verse was actually spoken by Lord Chaitanya. The devotional perspective of the Atmarama verse was talked about by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then the next day morning, Mahaprabhu, he brought Jagannath's Mahaprasad for Sarvabhauma, that, on the eighth day morning, after defeating him. And then Sarvabhauma's, ignorance was completely gone. And then Lord Chaitanya manifested the Shadbhuj, the six-armed form of Sri, Krishna was manifested in front of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. The six-handed form consisting of two arms of Lord Ramachandra, two arms of Krishna, and two arms of Lord Chaitanya was shown by Mahaprabhu that he is none other than Lord Ramachandra. The same personality is Krishna, and the same is Mahaprabhu. So, in this way, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became an ardent, ardent devotee of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And he became such a pure devotee just by witnessing the supreme position of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu that the very next day, this picture, if you see closely, it's a very sweet picture. It is one of the Chandanyatra days in Sri Mayapur Dham, and Chota Radha Madhava, Madhava, if you see closely, he is dressed as Shadbhuj Mahaprabhu. And this is the scene of, you know, uh, Jagannath Puri that is there. And you can see Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya there, that he is seeing the six-handed form of Lord Chaitanya. Madhava manifested as Shadbhuj Mahaprabhu. Very beautiful Chandanyatra Vesh. So just thought of sharing that here. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he actually came up with Jagannath Mahaprasad. He said, I want to offer a feast of Jagannath Mahaprasad to everyone. And, all the devotees, they started honoring the Mahaprasad, and Mahaprabhu started saying that, please, all of you eat Akantha Prasad. Akantha means up to your throat, up to the top of your throat. Just keep eating, eating, eating. And everyone, when they were seeing, Lord Chaitanya sitting with his associates, they felt as if, it is like Krishna Balaram with the cowherd boys, how they would sit in Vana Bhojana, just like that. Lord Chaitanya is sitting with his associates and honoring Jagannath Mahaprasad. They could, as if they could witness that with their eyes. So, this is how Lord Chaitanya was manifesting such beautiful pastimes. And especially Lord Chaitanya, he was wanting this one particular mixed vegetable that they had. It's called a labra sabji. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions that Mahaprabhu especially wanted that labra sabji, and he was eating that labra sabji with rice so much. It's a mixed vegetable. um, it is made with mustard and coconut paste. It's very, very delicious, available in Jagannath Mandir, Jagannath's Mahaprasad. Very, very transcendental taste. So Mahaprabhu ate that, and everyone was so happy. And at the end, after honoring Prasad, Srivas Thakur, he told Mahaprabhu, he said, Mahaprabhu, I'm a little afraid to ask, but you're in such a jovial mood. May I ask you some question that after you honored the Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath, you have a very blissful smile on your face. Why? Why are is there something special reason? So then Lord Goranga started saying, yes, yes, Shrivas, you identified correctly. I am actually just thinking, that we are getting this Mahaprasad of Jagannath. It is because of the promise of Lord Vishnu to Katyayani Devi that even the animals in Kali Yuga are receiving this Mahaprasad. Everyone is receiving Mahaprasad. So that even, the Devatas cannot get, you know, we are all getting this in Kali Yuga. It is because of Katyayani Devi. And then Lord Chaitanya personally started reciting this beautiful pastime of how Narada, he served Mother Lakshmi for, thousands upon thousands of years. And then, she said, oh, my dear son, I'm so happy with you. What do you want? And Narada said, well, all I want is just a little, drop of prasad from Lord Vishnu's plate. Give me that. And Mahalakshmi Devi said, no, 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 not possible. That is, even I'm not allowed to take Narada. How can I give you? So then Narad said, okay, then I don't want anything else. Then, Mahavishnu saw his wife was a little upset. He said, what happened? He said, oh, Narada, like this, he's asking me for Mahaprasad. Said, okay, okay, give him, give him. Without my knowledge, you give him. So Narada took that, Krishna Chaitanya, and then he ate that and he became ecstatic and he started dancing and going around the all the planetary systems, and he came down to Kailash. He came to Lord Shiva's planet, and Lord Shiva's abode. Lord Shiva was in meditation and he said, hey Narada, something's off about you today. You're in special ecstasy. What happened? He said, well, I got Mahaprasad from the plate of Lord Vishnu. Said, Acha, such a rare thing, and you didn't give me? You forgot me? And Narada saying, oh yeah, sorry, Mahadev, Shiva Shambhu. Ah, no, see, little bit is there in my nail, little bit Mahaprasad is remaining, one grain of rice. Take. And Lord Shiva took that. And as soon as he ate that, Lord Shiva went into deep ecstasy and he started doing Tandava. The dance that is done at the time of annihilation. Lord Shiva started doing Tandava Nritya. He was so much in ecstasy. And, seeing all that ecstasy, the dancing of Lord Shiva, Mother Parvati Devi, she came out and she said, my dear Lord, it's not yet time for the universal destruction. Why are you dancing like this? And then Lord Shiva said, well, because, I got this rare thing. That's why. I said, oh, I'm your wife. I'm your Ardhangini. You're not going to give me? You didn't give me? And Lord Shiva just joked with her and said, oh, you are Maya. You make everyone forget about Krishna. You're not qualified to get Mahaprasad from Vishnu. So, hearing this, Mother Parvati became very, very offended. And she was so offended that she, just took the resolve that not only me, but I will make sure that everyone who is under me, will get Lord Vishnu's Mahaprasad. And she started doing tapasya, and Lord Vishnu immediately appeared right there in in Kailash. And he said, oh, Katyayani, what are you doing, Parvati Devi? And she said, well, this is my desire, fulfill it. And then Lord Vishnu said, okay, for you, as Lord Jagannath, I promise that whatever I will eat, first that offering will go to you as Bimala Devi. And then that Mahaprasad, when you honor it, that will become Mahaprasad and that will be distributed to you, to everyone in this world. Even dogs and animals can get it. So, this is the mercy of Bimala Devi, of Parvati Devi, Katyayani Devi, that we are able to get Jagannath Mahaprasad. And Lord Chaitanya described this Mahaprasad Lila so beautifully to all the Vaishnavas. They were in deep ecstasy. So, hearing these beautiful pastimes, so Lord Chaitanya actually concluded that anyone who rejects Mahaprasad, considering it to be ordinary food, will lose his piety and take birth as a pig. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes this. And he says that one should accept Mahaprasad and eat it immediately without consideration, even if it has fallen from the mouth of a dog. There is never any defect in Jagannath Mahaprasad ki jai. So this is the glory of Jagannath Mahaprasad. When we talk about Jagannath Puri, if we don't talk about Jagannath Mahaprasad, it is offensive. So that is why in the Madhya Lila, we see a great stress is given to the Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath. So then in chapter 7 of the Madhya Lila, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says that at the end of the month of Falgun, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu witnessed the Dole Yatra, and after that, Lord Chaitanya decided to go on South India Yatra. Lord Chaitanya wanted to go to the South India Yatra. So the Lord actually first arrived, from Jagannath Puri. He started his yatra, and he first arrived at Alarnath temple. Here he took darshan of Sri Alarnath. And then after taking darshan of Alarnath, the Lord came to Kurmakshetra. He visited Kurmakshetra. And here, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, here we see the deity of Sri Kurmadev. Lord Chaitanya saw these deities. And then here at Kurmakshetra, Lord Chaitanya met the Kurma Brahmana. And here, the famous verse, because the Kurma Brahmana wanted to go along with Lord Chaitanya, but Lord Chaitanya told him that better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Krishna always, and whoever you see, instruct them about Krishna. Jare dakho tare kaho, Krishna upadesh, amar agyay guru hoiya taro ei desh. That instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are told in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master, and in my instruction, liberate everyone. This is Gauranga Mahaprabhu's instruction. So from Kurmakshetra, in Kurmakshetra, Lord Chaitanya also delivered the leper Vasudeva. And then from there, Lord Chaitanya came to Simhachalam. Here at Simhachalam, Lord Chaitanya took darshan of the deity of Varaha Narsimha Swami. And then he visited Kuvur. This is the deity of Varaha Narsimha Swami. And here, he came to Kuvur at the banks of the river Godavari. And here he met, on the banks of the Godavari, he met Ramananda Roy, and, who is his eternal associate, Vishakha Sakhi. And they had beautiful discussions. Then from of course, here at with Ramananda Roy, Lord Chaitanya revealed, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. The combined form of Radha Krishna is Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu was revealed to Ramananda Roy. Then from here, Lord Chaitanya came to Mangalagiri, and he had darshan of the Panaka Narsimha Swami. And then Mahaprabhu came to the Mallikarjuna temple in Sri Sailam, and he took darshan of Sri Mahadev here. And then this is the Mallikarjuna Shivalinga temple. And then after here, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu visited Ahobilam. Lord Chaitanya visited the 9 Ahobilam kshetras. So this is the Ahobila Narasimha. Then this is the deity of Ahobila Narasimha. Kroda Narasimha, we should feel so blessed, that in this South India Yatra, all these pictures, these deities are actually personally seen. They have been seen by Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So, with that mood, let us try to take darshan of all of these beautiful deities of Kroda Narasimha. Then Oh, this is pictures of my parents and my Prabhu and me. Our trip to Ahobilam. We were going to Ahobilam. This is our yatra going to Ahobilam. And this is our walk to go to the third temple, which is the Jwala Narasimha temple. That is the highest trek. Of course, the Ugra Stambha is the tallest one. So this is the Jwala Narasimha temple. This is Jwala Narasimha deity. We had got a prasad of apple from the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev here, Jwala Narasimha. And right outside this Jwala Narasimha temple is Rakta Kunda, where Lord Narasimhadev washed his hands after killing Hiranyakashipu. And then this is the Ugra Stambha behind us, you can see. And then we walked from Jwala Narsingha to Malola Narsingha, which is the fourth temple. This is Malola. This is Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, all in Upper Ahobilam. So Malola Narasimha Swami temple. So successful yatra of the four temples in Upper Ahobilam. This is the Upper Ahobilam. And then we started coming downwards to the lower Ahobilam temples. The fifth one is Karanja Narasimha temple. Then is Yogananda Narasimha temple. Then Chatravata Narasimha. Then Bhargava Narasimha. This is Chatravata, outside Chatravata temple. Then this is Bhargava Narasimha temple, which was visited by Lord Ramachandra also. And Lord Chaitanya sang beautiful hymns, when he took darshan of this particular deity of Bhargava Narasimha. And then is huge steps climbing also in this temple. And then we went to Pavana Narasimha, that is the ninth final temple, Pavana Narasimha Swami temple. Very, very beautiful deity of Pavana Narasimha. And then this is the Sri Pralada Varada Narasimha temple at Lower Ahobilam. This is the 10th temple. So this is the Pralada Varada Narasimha Swami temple. So from here we continue to go to Siddhavata. Lord Chaitanya visited Siddhavata. Then this is the deity at Siddhavata that Lord Chaitanya took darshan of. Then he went to Ram Tirtha. This is the Lakshman Tirtha. And then this is Vriddha Kashi in Vriddhachalam. Lord Chaitanya visited this temple of Lord Shiva. We see here that so many temples of Lord Shiva, Lord Chaitanya visited, mainly to give his mercy, to everyone on his journey of South India Yatra. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Tirupati. He visited Tirupati Balaji. He took darshan of the Shesha hills and he was reminded of Ananta Shesha. He took darshan of Sri Tirupati Balaji, Srinivas Govinda. Jai Tirupati Balaji ki Jai. So let us offer a donation here to Kuvera. This is the Tirupati Hundi. And then we can also honor some Mahaprasad of Tirupati Laddu. Please honor some Mahaprasad. And then we have our ISKCON temple here as well. And then after Tirupati, Lord Chaitanya visited. Oh, this temple of Lord Ramachandra, Lord Chaitanya also visited at Tirupati. From here, Lord Chaitanya went to Kanchipuram. From Kanchipuram, he came in Kanchipuram, he saw the deities of Shiva Kanchi, Shivalinga here, and he saw Vishnu Kanchi, and the deity of Varadaraj Perumal here in Kanchipuram. Such a beautiful deity of Sri Varadaraj who comes to give darshan every 40 years. Very, very beautiful Varadaraj deity. And this is the Ananta Saras where Lord Varadaraj rests for 40 years and he comes out. Then Lord Chaitanya came to Kalahasti. He visited the deities here of Kalahasti. And then Lord Chaitanya came to Vriddha Kola. Then he came to Shvetavaraha temple. He came to Chidambaram Nataraj Swami temple. He came to Kumbakonam. Kumbakonam is, it is called as the city of temples. Here our Panchatattva were carved. Mayapur Panchatattva deities were carved here at Kumbakonam. Then Lord Chaitanya came to Papanashanam temple where the Gajendra Moksha pastime took place. And this Gajendra Varadar Vishnu Perumal temple is here at Papanashanam. And then from here, Lord Chaitanya came to Sri Rangam. Sri Rangam is very, very special place that Lord Chaitanya spent 4 months, because by the time Lord Chaitanya reached here, it was time for, it was the 4 months of the rainy season. So Lord Chaitanya stayed here and took darshan. And in fact, he would stay at the home of Vyankata Bhatta. Um, and Lord Chaitanya would visit this deity of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, which is right opposite. This is the home of Vyankata Bhatta, is the father of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So if you zoom in here, you will see my Prabhu and me. We are here in the home of Sri Vyankata Bhatta, where Lord Chaitanya stayed for 4 months. Beautiful place. And here at Sri Rangam, Lord Chaitanya came across this wonderful Brahmana who was studying the Bhagavad Gita. And he was crying. And Lord Chaitanya asked him, and people were actually making fun of him. Lord Chaitanya asked him, "Why are you crying?" And he said, "Because I am seeing this picture of Krishna being the Sarathi of his dear devotee Arjuna. What Krishna can do for his dear devotee." So, but Lord Chaitanya said, "But why are you crying?" So the Vipra said, "Vipra kohe murkho ami, shabdo artho na jani, shuddha shuddha gita puri, guru agya mani." That, I am a murkha, I am a fool number one, I don't know, I am illiterate. But my Guru Maharaj has told me to read Bhagavad Gita, so I'm trying to read. But I don't understand anything. But I'm crying. You are asking why I'm crying. I'm crying that, the Supreme Lord, who is Dwarkapati, he is the Lord of all opulences. But for his devotee, he is ready to be a Sarathi, a charioteer. So, understanding about Krishna's character, you know, I am just speechless that, the Lord can take such a humble position for serving his devotee. So listening to him, Mahaprabhu said, "প্রভু কহে গীত পাঠ তোমারই অধিকার, তুমি সে জানো হয়ে গীতার অর্থ সার." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told the Brahmana that indeed you are an authority in the reading of the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you know constitutes the real purport of the Bhagavad Gita. এত বলি সেই বিপ্রে কইলা লিঙ্গন, প্রভু পদ ধরি বিপ্র করেন রোদন. That after saying this, Lord Chaitanya embraced this Brahmana. So beautiful pastime happened here at Sri Rangam. From Sri Rangam, Mahaprabhu went to Madurai, which is the oldest living city. And there he visited so many beautiful temples. He visited the Meenakshi temple here. And then this is the deities over here, Meenakshi Devi, that Lord Chaitanya visited. From here he came to Rameshwaram. He saw the Ramasetu. He saw the floating stones, at Ramasetu. Lord Chaitanya saw them, felt them. And um, Lord Chaitanya also, this is us at Ramatirtha, at Rameshwaram temple. We also performed a fire sacrifice inside the temple for the well-being of our Guru Vargas. This is around 25 years ago that we did this. And from here, after Rameshwaram, Lord Chaitanya visited Malaya Parvat and Agastya Muni. Then he came to Kanyakumari. He came to the Adi Keshava temple. He took darshan of the Adi Keshava. And here at Adikeshava temple, Lord Chaitanya discovered Sri Brahma Samhita. He visited the Padmanabha Swami temple in Kerala, Ananta Padmanabha Swami. He took darshan of this deity. He came to Sringeri Mutt. He came to Udupi, and there he saw the beautiful deity that was, discovered by Madhavendra Puri. Sorry, not Madhavendra Puri. Uh, sorry.
Dvacharya.
Madhvacharya, sorry, thank you, Madhvacharya. And this is Udupi Krishna, and this is the Panchapsara Tirtha that Mahaprabhu visited. Then Lord Chaitanya started going towards Mumbai. He came to Maharashtra. He came to Gokarna, to Mahabaleshwar, took darshan of the deities here. And then Mahaprabhu came to Kolhapur. He saw the very, very famous temple of Mahalakshmi Devi. And then Mahaprabhu came to Pandharpur. He took darshan of Sri Rukmini Panduranga Vittalanath. And he was in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya danced in ecstasy here seeing Vittala. And then Mahaprabhu came to Mumbai, actual Mumbai. In fact, it is mentioned he came to Babulnath temple and took darshan of Lord Shiva here. And very near Babulnath temple, like a 1 minute walk, is ISKCON Chaupati. So Srila Radhanath Swami Guru Maharaj always says that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu would have walked right here from this temple. So I was very, very blessed here. And then Mahaprabhu visited Triambakeshwar in Nasik, and he took bath in the river Godavari. Mahaprabhu then visited Dwarka. Mahaprabhu just walked. Can you imagine, starting from Jagannath Puri, going to the tip of India, then, walking all the way to Dwarka. Lord Chaitanya seeing Dwarkadhish. He was in ecstasy when he took darshan of Sri Dwarkadhish. And then Lord Chaitanya came to Maheshwar, Mahishmati, it is said, Mahishmati Nagara. And then the Omkareshwar temple, on the banks of the river Narmada. He took bath at Dhanush Tirtha and the river Narmada. And from here, then he came to Dandakaranya. In Dandakaranya, he was reminded of, Lord Ramachandra, and he delivered the 7 palm trees that were waiting for being delivered. So Lord Chaitanya did that. Then he came to Panchavati, remembering the pastimes of Mother Shabari. And then he took bath at Pampa Sarovar, where he met Hanuman, where Lord Rama had met Hanuman. So Lord Chaitanya was remembering these beautiful pastimes, and he took bath at the Godavari River and the Sapta Godavari River. And then he again, on his way back, he came back to Jagannath Puri. When he came back to Jagannath Puri, Lord Chaitanya, it was right on time for the Rath Yatra festival. So Lord Chaitanya first did the Gundicha Marjana, the cleansing of the temple of Lord Jagannath. He did the Gundicha Marjana. He showed by his own example that Gundicha Marjana, cleaning the temple of the Lord, how it is to be done. And Lord Chaitanya said, now I have taught you, now all of you do it and teach others also. This was Lord Chaitanya's way of, doing things. He would do it, teach others, and ask them to teach others in return. So beautiful. And this, how Lord Chaitanya said that when we clean the temple, it's like we are cleaning our own hearts. This is the cleaning of our own hearts so that the Lord can come and reside here and make our hearts a permanent residence for him. Then Lord Chaitanya participated in the Rath Yatra. How Lord Chaitanya gave his mercy to Maharaj Pratap Rudra, during this time. It's a huge, huge, story, pastime. How Maharaj Pratap Rudra wanted to meet Lord Chaitanya, but Lord Chaitanya kept refusing. And the son of Maharaj Pratap Rudra got the mercy, but Maharaj Pratap Rudra, Lord Chaitanya, kept refusing because he was a king. And he said, as a sannyasi, I should not meet, uh, you know, a king. So therefore, he was not allowing. But then Maharaj Pratap Rudra, when he came for Rath Yatra, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, they said, go as a sweeper and take this broom and sweep in front of Lord Jagannath's chariot. And Lord Chaitanya noticed during the ecstatic dancing of Lord Chaitanya during the Rath Yatra, how Lord Chaitanya, when he fainted while dancing, he was brought to this Jagannath Vallabha garden. And at that time, Maharaj Pratap Rudra was sent in the form of a bhikshuk, a beggar, by Advaitacharya Nityananda Prabhu, and then he started massaging the Lord's lotus feet by reciting the Gopi Gita. That's what Nityananda Prabhu and Advaitacharya told Pratap Rudra Maharaj to do. And Lord Chaitanya was so impressed. He was so moved by the beautiful recitation of the Gopi Gita. Tava kathamritam तप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् kalmasapaham. So when Lord Chaitanya heard this, Lord Chaitanya just got up and he embraced Maharaj Pratap Rudra, and he said, keep singing, keep singing. And that was the time that Pratap Rudra Maharaj got so much mercy from Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and the devotees were in ecstasy that Pratap Rudra finally got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So, in this way, how Lord Chaitanya, he was giving his mercy to, while he was in Jagannath Puri, the devotees of Bengal would come. They would bring so many gifts for him, and he would honor all that. It was beautiful, beautiful exchange of loving exchanges amongst devotees, how it should be. All that is explained in these beautiful chapters of the Madhya Lila. Then Lord Chaitanya, he started wanting to go to Vrindavan Dham. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu was actually, he wanted to go to Vrindavan from a very long time. Since the time he received initiation, he wanted to go to Vrindavan, but that was a failed attempt. The second time he wanted to go was from Jagannath Puri, but he could not go. The third time, he said, I have to go this time. So by taking the blessings of all the devotees, Lord Chaitanya, finally, with Balabhadra Bhattacharya, one day early in the morning, they left and they started walking towards Vrindavan Dham. And they first came to, when they entered into Bihar, they first crossed this um, uh, forest of Jharkhand. In the Jharkhand forest, how Lord Chaitanya made the tigers and the elephants dance in pure ecstasy. How Lord Chaitanya was so, with his divine potency, we can see Balabhadra Bhattacharya is in fear. He's saying, what is this? The tiger and the deer are embracing each other. Balabhadra Bhattacharya was going mad. What is happening? He was feeling very afraid, but Lord Chaitanya was in ecstasy. He was making everyone dance, in ecstasy. All the animals, the tigers, the elephants, the deers, everyone was dancing with Lord Chaitanya, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Lord Chaitanya came to Varanasi. He arrived at Varanasi and he took bath at this very famous ghat called the Manikarnika Ghat at Varanasi. And then Lord Chaitanya actually, there he met his very dear friend and devotee Tapan Mishra. And Tapan Mishra was saying that, Mahaprabhu, this place is very much, filled with Mayavadis, Prakashananda Saraswati and everyone. So Lord Chaitanya said, yeah, I'll deal with them when I come back. On my way back from Vrindavan, I'm now going to Vrindavan. Don't interrupt my mood now. So, but on my way back, I will come and I will deal with them. So, but still, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami still mentions what he did on his way back to Vrindavan. He tells it first. So, Lord Gauranga, in all his humility, he sat down at the place where the sannyasis, the Mayavadi sannyasis, were washing their feet. Lord Chaitanya sat there. And then they came and held Lord Chaitanya's hand and said, "No, no, don't sit here. Please come, sit amongst us." So he said that, actually my spiritual master, they had a very nice discussion. Lord Chaitanya defeated them with his humility. He defeated them very soundly on philosophy, and they were all convinced. Prakashananda Saraswati and the house full of Mayavadi sannyasis, they were convinced by the talks of the profound knowledge that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu has on the Vedanta Sutras. So after the conversation, he, you know, Mahaprabhu established the primary importance of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and he defeated all other systems of spiritual realization. So this way, Gauranga Mahaprabhu was extremely successful at Varanasi, and then Mahaprabhu started his um, of course, we said that then he's actually, after doing this sannyas thing, on his way back from Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu then returned back to Jagannath Puri. But let us now see what Mahaprabhu did in Vrindavan. From Varanasi, Lord Chaitanya came to Mathura. Mathura, he came, he took darshan of Sri Adi Keshava temple, and then Mahaprabhu was the first person who did the Vraja Mandal Parikrama of the 12 forests, of the 84 kroshas of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Now, we must understand that at this time, the six Goswamis were not yet there in Vrindavan. There was only one or two Babajis who used to stay there. So, Lord Chaitanya, when he visited, Vrindavan was not the same as we see it today. None of the primary deities were there. Nothing was there. Vrindavan, and Lord Chaitanya knew exactly where what is. So Lord Chaitanya started with the first forest of Vrindavan at Madhuvan. Lord Chaitanya started. Then he came to Talavan, then to Kumudvan, and then the fourth forest is Bahulavan. Bahulavan, Lord Chaitanya was remembering the beautiful cow Bahula. And here at Bahulavan, Lord Chaitanya knew that very near Bahulavan, at Bahulavan, is Sri Radhakund and Shamakund. So Lord Chaitanya discovered Radhakund amongst the rice paddy fields. He discovered Radhakund. And Lord Chaitanya recited this particular verse when he took bath he just, at the rice paddy fields, he just cleared some area and he found that water, and he said, "This is Radha Kund," and he offered, his oblations there by reciting this verse, "Yatha Radha Priya Vishnus Tasyam Kundam Priyam Tatha Sarva Gopishu Saivaika Vishnu Ratyanta Vallabha." Like this, Lord Chaitanya, worshipped Radha Kund and Shama Kund. Then, and while he would, worship Radha Kund and Shama Kund, Lord Chaitanya, if you zoom into this picture, you can see how Lord Chaitanya would envision the pastimes that would unfold in front of his eyes, the pastimes that would happen at Radha Kund. This is what Lord Chaitanya is seeing. You can see Lord Chaitanya in that picture, that how Lord Chaitanya is seeing Radha and Krishna and the gopis enjoying at Radha Kund. So, like this, Lord Chaitanya would envision the pastimes while his Vrajamandal Parikrama. Then Lord Chaitanya performed Sri Giriraj Parikrama. He would embrace Giriraj Shila and cry tears of ecstasy. So beautiful. And Lord Chaitanya visited the beautiful deity of Gopal, and he danced in ecstasy seeing him. And Giriraj was, melting in ecstasy seeing Lord Chaitanya, doing his parikrama also. So Lord Chaitanya did entire Giriraj parikrama. Then he came to Nandagaon. So Nandagaon is, manifestation of Lord Shiva. And Barsana is said to be the manifestation of Lord Brahma. And the deities that are worshipped at Nandagaon were actually founded by Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu of Nanda Baba, Jashoda Maya, and Krishna and Balaram, he found them in a cave. So these are the deities that are worshipped. These are the deities of Nanda Baba, Jashoda Maya, Krishna, and Balaram that are worshipped today also at Nandagaon. These are the same deities that Lord Chaitanya found. Then he came to Khadiravan. Then from Khadiravan, he came to Sheshashai. And after Sheshashai, he came to Bhadravan. Then Bhandiravan, where Radha and Krishna were married by Lord Brahma. Um, then he came to Belavan, where Lakshmi Devi is performing tapasya to enter into the rasa dance. Then from there he came to Lohavan, and in Lohavan is this beautiful Ayore Gram, where Krishna came back. When he came back to Vrindavan, he came to this place in Lohavan. And all the Brajvasi says, Are Kanha Ayore, Kanha Ayore means, oh, Kanha has come, he has come back. So that's why this village is called as Ayore Gram. Very beautiful. And then the final forest of Vraja, which is Mahavan, and here is Baldev at Mahavan. Lord Chaitanya visited the Churasi Khamba, where Damodar Lila took place, and then he also then finally went to Akrura Ghat at Mathura. Mahaprabhu also spent a lot of time at Seva Kunj. He would meditate on these beautiful pastimes that happened at Nidhuvan. He would take bath regularly at Keshi Ghat, Chir Ghat, and he would sit at Imli Tala. Imli Tala is this beautiful place where Srimati Radharani, she had cursed the tamarind that no, because the tamarind fell on her altar and it, the sourness from the tamarind, spoiled her altar. So she cursed that no tamarind will ever ripen in Brajamandal. Until today, not a tamarind ripens in Brajamandal because of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna was very, very, feeling separation from Srimati Radharani, and he took on this golden complexion of Srimati Radharani. During Dwapar Yuga, this happened. And this pastime, so therefore, Lord Chaitanya would always sit under this same Imli tree, this tamarind tree, and he would chant while he was there in Vrindavan. Every day, Lord Chaitanya would sit here at this place at Imlitala, looking out at the river Jamuna, and he would chant. Whole day he would chant in the mood of separation from Srimati Radharani. This is how Lord Chaitanya spent his time at Vrindavan. And one time it is said, of course, here also we can see how Lord Chaitanya, seeing and witnessing the pastimes happening at Sri Vrajadham while doing his Vrajamandal Parikrama. He would see all these beautiful, beautiful pastimes unfold in front of him while he was doing the Vrindavan Parikrama. And I will just conclude our session with a very beautiful pastime that one time Lord Chaitanya was in Bahulavan. And at Bahulavan, he was sitting on the shores of Radha Kund under a tree. And at that tree, there were two parrots, who were sitting perched on that tree. There was a female parrot and a male parrot. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Madhya Lila chapter 17, he describes this very beautiful pastime. So we'll conclude our session with this pastime. So both these parrots, they were quarreling. They were having a loving quarrel amongst each other, discussing about the glories of the divine couple Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. So the male parrot, Shuka, said that, oh, my Krishna is Madana Mohana. He's the enchanter of Cupid's mind. And Shari, the female parrot, said, oh, yes, yes. As long as my Radha is on the left side of your Madan Mohana, if he's alone, he's only Madana. And my Radha is Madana Mohana Mohini. She enchants the mind of even your Krishna. So hearing this, Shuka said, oh, my Krishna, he's the lifter. He Krishna lifts Giriraj on his little finger. Shari said, that's because my Radha transmitted extra power into him. Otherwise, how could he have done that? No power otherwise your Krishna has. So then Shuka said, well, my Krishna is the life of the entire universe. And Shari said, well, my Radha is the life of that life of Krishna that you are saying. And Shuka said, oh, okay. My Krishna's head is beautifully decorated with peacock feathers. And Shari said, because my Radha's name is marked on that feather. You can see the name Radha on the peacock feather. That is why your Krishna wears it on his head. And Shari, listening to Shari, um, Shuka said, the peacock feather on my Krishna's head leans to the left. It bends to the left. And Shari said, oh, that's because, you know, my Radha is on the left of Krishna, and that peacock feather wants to bow down to my Radha's lotus feet. And Shuka says, well, my Krishna is the moon. And Shari said, my Radha is the trap that captures that moon, and thus she captures your Krishna also. So then Shuka said, oh, my dear Shari, there's no need to quarrel so uselessly. Let us glorify the youthful couple together. And Shari said, yes, yes, yes. I happily agree to this. So this was the loving quarrel between the two parrots, Shuka and Sari, which Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu was laughing and witnessing. So after hearing the parrots quarrel in this way, Sriman Mahaprabhu watched the peacocks dancing, and seeing their bluish necks, he remembered Krishna, who had expertly danced like a peacock to please Srimati Radharani. So he somehow, Lord Chaitanya, when he was thinking of these pastimes, he just fainted in ecstasy. And, it was so difficult for Lord Chaitanya to just come out of that ecstasy. But again and again, just remembering these blissful transcendental pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna while in Sri Vrindavan Dham, Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy knew no bounds. And with these transcendental mellows, Lord Chaitanya then came back to Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. And we can see here, the mood of Srimati Radharani and the Sakhis. That is the same mood we can see here in this picture also with Lord Chaitanya and his associates. They're in the, only difference is that Radharani is with her associates on the banks of the Jamuna. Lord Chaitanya is here with his associates on the banks of the river Ganga. And here also, the rasa dance is depicted by Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And the same mood is manifested by Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar, who is none other than Srimati Radharani, manifesting this same mood. So Lord Chaitanya's mission is that he is, having these fruits of Krishna Prema, that he is himself, tasting that fruit. And he is giving us that fruit also to taste. And while we can taste the fruit, Mahaprabhu is saying, Akala mali ami koto phol bilaibo, that I am the only, if I'm the only gardener, how many fruits can I alone distribute? So please come and help me distribute this pure love of God to everyone. So we must help in this mission of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is his mission, to give love of God to everyone. This is Mahaprabhu's mission in the mood of Srimati Radharani. That how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just giving us this instruction that let us taste this pure love of God and give it to others. Thus, this mission of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, which Srila Prabhupada has given to us, will be fulfilled, and our lives will be a grand success, and we will be able to have the you know Lord Chaitanya's Gaur Purnima. This Gaur Purnima day is the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. So, this appearance of Lord Chaitanya will be manifest in our heart if we can constantly just remember these beautiful pastimes, this beautiful mission that Srila Prabhupada has wonderfully given us and our Guru Vargas have given us. So, with this, I conclude our session here today. Please forgive me for the long presentation, but it was the entire Madhya Lila I was told to give, so I tried my best. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. If there's any questions, comments, realizations, or reflections, we can take that now. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. We are blessed to have on Gaura Purnima day. Mataji, thank you very much, Mataji.
Mataji, no words to thank you, Mataji, because we have a virtual dham of many places, and really we are very, very blessed to attend this class. And with your expression and all those pictures, hats off, Mataji. Thanks a lot. Very, very blessed, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Haribol
Thank you.
Mataji, Gauranga, so beautifully narrated Mataji. Yeah, like Mataji said, we had a virtual Dham Yatra all over the north and south and west and east of India. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Mataji, you are experienced. You make us to experience. So we are blessed today. We have no voice to talk about all these things, Mataji. You are always in top, top, top. Please bless me to be in Krishna conscious forever, forever, till our last praising. This is the only prayer. Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranams.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Pranams, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
Sumangala
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
pranam at your lotus feet, Mataji. Each time when you come, you bring in lot of mercy for all of us, Mataji. And we're all grateful to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And Mataji, in the narrations, what you it was really, I have no words, Mataji. Who am I, Mataji, like to talk also. And Mataji, what you said is that Maya Devi, when giving prasadam, you narrated that Lord Shiva says, "You are someone who keeps us away from Lord Krishna." So
Mm.
this was the thought, Mataji. As there is a, I mean, fair going on here. I mean, Marikamba temple. So it's a huge festival, Mataji here. So my
Mm-hmm.
husband and my family were asking me to join them. So we will take the darshan. It's so crowded and I just never wanted to go. Inside of me, I had the same kind of thought like, she's the one who pulls us far from Krishna. So we are each moment struggling to hold on to his feet. So I just had this thought. So she will be anyway happy if we sit and chant in the house. So this was the thought in me, Mataji. So I was like, when you narrated this, I really didn't know. And finally, I went Mataji yesterday and took her darshan, and I was
Good.
so grateful. Uh,
Yes.
and and today, and I had a question to the Lord also, and her also. If I have offended you, please forgive me in any way. And you narrated that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching all of us that he went from Jagannath Puri to down and to
Yes.
all the temples and again came back to Jagannath Puri. So it's a takeaway point for me, Mataji.
Yes.
And thank you so much, Mataji, for the wonderful presentation and taking us all through the such nice clips and blessing us. Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandat pranams, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes. Very nice. That Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada, they have taught us, that how we must respect, them to the devatas to be as Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. They are devotees of the Lord, and we are not going to them to ask for any material benediction. Rather, we are going to them to ask for Krishna bhakti. So when we go to them in the proper mood, then it's perfectly fine.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji. Wonderful session today. We didn't even feel the time pass. Entire Madhya, this I think Madhya Lila, no? We finished in 1 hour's time. Mataji. It was very good revision. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna,
Thank
Hare
you.
Mataji.
Krishna.
Dandavat pranams. Mataji, it was such a nectarian class that was one realization, Mataji. Only yesterday I was remembering you, like on Janmashtami we heard wonderful Krishna Katha, and on Damodar Lila also we heard in Kartik month. So I was just remembering if Mataji could come and recite the sessions, it would be so wonderful. And the same thing happened. So I was thanking the Mahaprabhu for this. On my birthday, he gave me a gift in fact. So Mati is just like when we are reading this Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's very very sweet.
Yes.
So how what in what mood we should go through it, like it's practical application, like yesterday Prabhuji was telling, it's practical applications of whatever Krishna has told us in Bhagavad Gita. So in what mood should we read? Because we are reading, when I'm going through it, it seems like me to me like a movie or a novel, that every time there is something, it's so thrilling and a lot of things are there. So that's why, Mataji, I just wanted to know what mood should be in.
Very good question. Very good question. The thing is that the mood is that Lord Chaitanya is giving us, a practical demonstration of how devotee life should be. How we must associate with devotees, how we must reciprocate with devotees, how we must be interacting with devotees. That is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If we want to know how to behave with devotees, how to behave with senior devotees, how to behave with god brothers, god sisters, Lord Chaitanya is giving description of each and everything. When we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, we get to know, how Lord Nityananda dealt with every devotee, how Shivananda Sen took care of every devotee. Even a dog, Shivananda Sen was taking care of. So, like this, we get to know the mood of how those devotees are, and we can try to imbibe that mood in our lives. So, that is practical devotional service, you know.
Okay, yeah, Mataji. Even Mataji, when we are reading about the Keshav Kashmiri part, I
Yes,
think it was so, I was overwhelmed by how Lord is defeating, but he's never insulting or embarrassing anyone.
correct,
So that's
correct. Yes.
wonderful. Hare
Yes.
Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna. Nandini Mataji, you had a question about Mahaprasad?
Yes, Mataji, I had a doubt because we went to Puri Jagannath Yatra in November, and we were told that we should take prasad, and we went to the temple and we got the prasadam and ate and came back. But after we came to Chennai, people were saying that is not the Mahaprasad. The Mahaprasad is somewhere you will get inside the temple, and we are not sure. So I wanted to get it confirmed.
Did you get the prasadam from the Mahaprasad from the Ananda Bazaar inside the temple?
Yes, yes, Mataji. Inside the temple,
Then
one
that is,
bazaar.
yes, then that is Mahaprasad.
Okay, fine. I wanted to clarify that. So thanks a lot,
Mhm.
Mataji.
Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions or comments? Thank you.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Mataji, Dandavat
Mataji.
Pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you go ahead.
No, Mataji, you go with Mataji. Hare Krishna.
No, I'm just telling, it is a beautiful song in Bengali about Shukshari conversation, Mataji. It's very nice. It goes like Vrindavana Biharini Rai Amader, Rai Amader
Mm,
Amra Raiyer. It's very nice. সুখ বলে আমার
yes.
কৃষ্ণ মদন মোহন, শাড়ি বলে আমার
Yes.
রাধা আছে যতক্ষণ. It's nice. Thank you, Mataji. I remembered that song when you were telling. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. A beautiful
Hare
session,
Krishna.
Mataji. It's like a
Thank you.
movie, beautifully executed.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mataji. Dandavat.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, can we distribute the Mahaprasadam to animals also? Cows, dogs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Any other questions?
Mataji, I always have this since I have the opportunity to ask you. It's so I use this, Mataji. Mataji, always they say ask us to be humble. Even in today's class also, Gauranga Mahaprabhu sits where they wash their feet. So, when we try to become so humble, and they also say that when you see all the devotees, you should respect and at the same time make some distinctions. Like you should understand and make a distinction so that your spiritual growth will not be hampered or something like that. So how can I understand that, Mataji? It is the same time that we are offending, like making a discrimination. So how to understand that, Mataji? Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they say Krishna comes in the form of devotees in the six aspects as avatars, incarnations, and Shakti and all that. So as devotees also, he's the, I mean, he's represents. No, Mataji. So how can we discriminate like the devotees? Because otherwise, that is difficult also because we know that we judge. So it is better not to take their association also. And how can we proceed, Mataji, by making a
It's
distinction? Will that be
very,
not an offense?
very nice question. So, the, you see, if we are not judging or if we are not discriminating, there's a difference between judging and discriminating. Judging means, oh, I'm nice, you're not nice. That is judging, and we are giving them brands, we are branding them. That is called as judging. But discriminating means that this person is not yet a devotee and this person is a devotee um so that is discrimination. Like even the difference between an uttamadhikari and a madhyamadhikari. Uttamadhikari does not discriminate. Uttamadhikari is like Srimati Radharani. She thinks that everyone else is a devotee, I am not a devotee. That is the level of their devotion that they are in, that they think that everybody else in the world is a devotee except for me. you know so that is Srimati Radharani, that is Uttamadhikari. So even our acharyas, they are actually at the level of Uttamadhikari, but they have to come down to the level of Madhyamadhikari if they have to become a preacher. This is what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has said, that the acharyas also come down from Uttamadhikari to Madhyamadhikari, because otherwise at the level of Uttamadhikari, there's no question of preaching. Lord Chaitanya came down to the Madhyamadhikari level so that he could preach. He could, and that's why Lord Chaitanya said, Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. Lord Chaitanya, without any discrimination, he gave the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to everyone. He did not discriminate that you're qualified, you're not qualified. He did not judge anyone. Whoever Lord Chaitanya came in touch with, he gave them the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? So judging means that we think that we are better than anyone. That becomes negative. That becomes displeasing to Krishna. That becomes offensive when we are judging someone. Discriminating not necessarily becomes offensive. It's a fine line. So we must be careful that we are not discriminating on the basis of oh, I'm of a higher caste, you are not of a higher caste. I'm of a higher class, you're not of that class. Discriminating based on that, judging based on that, reciprocating based on that, that is offensive. All that is offensive. But you know not really judging anyone, not really discriminating in that sense, that everyone is qualified to receive the mercy of Krishna. So that is good. Does that answer your question, Mataji?
I'm very sorry, Mataji, but still I'm not able to get convinced because just by discriminating, like we move away from them. Like this will never help me in my spiritual progress. So there also we are avoiding somebody who's very devout. I mean, Krishna is very fond of his devotees, and so if we do that, however, it eventually it will become a offense, no, Mataji. So even otherwise also we will fall because holding on to them and being in their company where there is not, we know that it is not helping us in the progress of our bhakti. So it becomes so I'm not able to tackle that. That is why I was Hare Krishna.
You're talking about, then what you are talking about is of a level that where we are associating with people who may not be devotees, but we are discriminating, saying that, okay, they are not devotees, I am a devotee. But is that offensive? Is that what your question is?
No, Mataji, they are also devotees. They are also on the path of bhakti. But sometimes it becomes what to say, Mataji, like we know that certain discussions are not good for our spiritual growth, but we are not able to tell them openly, let us not talk about this or something like that.
Okay.
So, but even if we come out of that also, that becomes an offense, no, Mataji, if they think that they are moving away from us. So in that confusing state, so how can we go about?
If you are, see, the thing is that if you are moving away from the association of some devotees because they may not be talking something according to proper Siddhanta, how can that be offensive? If you are propagating that to others, that look, these people are talking about, such and such thing, that is not correct. If you're going and telling the whole world of devotees, then that becomes offensive. But when you see, when you're in some association of devotees, and then if they are talking something which may not be conducive for your spiritual life, and you move away a little bit from them, that is not offensive at all. In fact, that is what is told by Srila Rupa Goswami, that that is how we should act. That is not offensive. But it becomes offensive when we move out and we start bad mouthing them. We start talking derogatorily about them to others. That look, they being devotees, they're talking like this. But, staying away from such devotees out of respect, we keep the respect from a distance. We may not, have good relation in Kali Yuga. We may not have good relation with everyone. That's perfectly fine. But that does not mean that we will be disrespectful to them or we will go around bad mouthing them. That is offensive. But to stay away, having a respectful distance from some devotees because it is not conducive for my spiritual life is perfectly fine. We are looking, that's why, Rupa Goswami talks about Swajatiya Bandhus. Why? Like minded devotees. Why does Rupa Goswami talk about that? He says that we must associate with like minded devotees. Does that answer your
Yes,
question?
Mataji, very much. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Helpful,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Very
Wonderful.
nice question. If you need to talk a little more in detail about it, feel free to take my number from Narayani Mataji and you can message me.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you so much for the guidance. Hare Krishna. Helpful, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you.
With your permission, we end the session, Mataji.
Yes, please. I'm perfectly fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. With your
Thank
permission, I
you.
end the session, Mataji.
Yes, Krishna.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna Mataji.
End of